What's up, guys? So we are here in Archeworld. This is not Archeage. This is the brand new version of an Archeage game called Archeworld with NFTs and cryptocurrency. So this is the very first look at it in game. This is the alpha. So let's do first impressions. It launched, about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. There's a bunch of issues with the launcher and everything, of course, as always, as it happens. But what's interesting about this is there's only about 2,500 max players or alpha testers in this, and of course, not everyone is online and playing. And I would assume there's probably about 500 players maybe playing right now, maybe 1,000 players, but it definitely feels very alive. The world does feel like there's enough players in there. There's enough chat going on in the chat groups. It is an Asian server, so you see a lot of Korean and I guess maybe Chinese or Japanese writing in the chats, but there is a good amount of English speaking players as well. The client can be set to 5 different languages. It's like English, Indonesian, I think Thai, Korean, and I want to say Chinese, maybe. So overall, it definitely feels and looks like Archeage. It plays like Archeage because the skills are the same. You got your skill sets. There's some changes to it though. So the first 4 skills you're able to get, and then the remaining skills in your classes, you actually have to find a skill book to actually learn. You also need a specific level, to unlock them as well. So just like before, you need to reach level 25 to get purge and so forth. But you also need the skill book now to actually purchase and make that you have all your combos and things. It did look like that like Mana Stars is no longer here. I'm not completely familiar with Archeage anymore in the skill trees, but these skill trees do look a little bit smaller than what they were. I think there was a couple more skills in each of these skill trees in Archeage. So definitely a different game, because even if you just take out 1 or 2 skills from each of the skill trees, 1 or 2 abilities, that's going to change up combat. And of course, everything will have probably different, damage modifications and so forth. So skills are there. The map, looks pretty much identical. There is no, east and west faction. You're all friendly with one another. You cannot PvP like I reported earlier anywhere. You can only PvP, it looks like, into the level 30 plus zones like before. So, they go to war, they go through conflict cycles as well. You can bloodlust there. You cannot bloodlust in the lower level zones. You can see we have the bloodlust icon on our character. You cannot fight other players. You can still duel other players if they want to duel. But other than that, yeah, you cannot bloodlust anywhere. There are no random wild crops either. So you can see these are used to be wild crops. Rosemary, barley. You cannot harvest them. So these are no longer usable harvesting items in the game. The crafting system and everything is dramatically changed. So much more to look into that. The pretty much all the systems are completely changed. So this is definitely not Archeage. If you're looking at like, okay, I'm gonna play Archeage, a fresh start server, I know everything, I know what I'm doing. This is not Archeage at like I wouldn't say at all, but this is not Archeage. This is same environment, same world, different rules, different game, different skills, possibly different um, different end game, different tactics. Like so, right now this is a more guild based end game. So if you look into, I believe it is Shift V, so we can see our guild over here. And so guild has a lot more stuff involved into it. So you have guild buffs, you've got guild combat over here, guild history, guild buff effects. You have prestige still. There's nothing really in the prestige shop except for the guild flare. And this is alpha, of course, so there will be more things added. Trade packs aren't even in the game right now, for example, so there are no trade packs. So definitely very very interesting. First impressions, I like it. I rolled on the west side this time because each race now has a different like passive ability or active ability. So like I thought that the human would actually have the best ability here because it has a skill that says decrease the production time by 10%. So normally that means like, chopping trees faster, harvesting faster, converting materials faster, etc. And so, if you're in a PvP game, if you can chop trees faster, that's why I was always Harani, you have a huge advantage because you're winning that tree versus any other race. So I rolled this race, and I never, played this side. The story is completely different as well. So the west side is all, new to me. The introduction here. I'm gonna roll on the east side again with a different character to check out and to see exactly what's over there. But overall, you still got your horse, you still got your mount, you still got your glider. Those things are still the same. But there are different passives, and then so every race now has this Nui blessing as well. So this is a blessing that gives you an 8% stat boost for 5 minutes, and you also get this boost kind of like if you die. So overall, definitely different game. A lot more focus on instance it looks like. So the content is in preparation there. The cash shop, there is almost nothing in the cash shop, which that's what they told us. They told us they're not really going to sell anything. There's anywhere warehouse for 30 days, bound character rename tickets, guild names change tickets. Then you have different house styles. So I believe you can still probably purchase houses in the Mirage Isle. We haven't got that far yet. But in order to place a house, you need to have land. In order to land, you have to rent it, just like before. Instead of paying taxes, you have to pay blue salt, which is a cryptocurrency. So there's a lot of different system changes, and if you played Archeage, you're going to be a little bit lost with everything because it is, again, 99% is probably different and changed from what you're used to. Yes, it looks the same, it feels the same. The ping isn't terrible, so we are in an Asian server, and so I don't know where the server is based out of Asia, but you can see it's not bad skill wise. The ping's not not an issue. I'm playing from California, so USA ping here, and it looks, feels, it plays well. But yeah, this is the first impressions. I'm gonna go get some sleep now, guys. Thanks for watching. We will actually be doing some giveaways, so we have some alpha passes to give away thanks to Excel Games. So keep it locked here if you want to try and win one of those alpha passes. I will be posting a giveaway soon on that. And yeah, hope to see you guys in game. Thanks for watching.